finished up our detailed work today. Liked our week. Our guys did a nice job this week, preparation-wise. We got another day tomorrow, but good week leading into South Carolina. So, questions? Anything on your mind?
Coach, where are you at with, do you want to see, drastic improvement since the bye week? Where are you at with as far as seeing that kind of thing this weekend?
What are my options? Is it just drastic?
Can it be intermediate?
Really immediate? Kind of, sort of? Look, I think I've made it pretty clear we have to be more consistent offensively. We have to be more productive, from an offensive standpoint. It's been on again, off again. This needs to be much more consistent in its performance. That's where our offense needs to be. Is it going to be on Saturday? I hope so. But I know the process in terms of the work that we're doing. Nothing's up for discussion. We're looking at every facet of our offense to be more consistent and have more of a balanced approach to what we're doing.
Hey, Coach, how's Aaron Anderson doing this week, and what exactly is he dealing with?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. We listed him as questionable earlier in the week, and I think that was real. He was questionable. He has steadily gotten better each week. Today he was at 19.5 miles per hour, so he's above 85%, which, put him into some practice. So we'll go again tomorrow. I think he's day-to-day.
Coach, from a game plan standpoint, do you feel like what y'all did against Florida, leaning on the defense, maybe calling the offense conservatively, playing good special teams, is the way for y'all to win most games this year?
No, I wouldn't identify ourselves offensively as conservative, but I think, if you look at the way we played the game the last two games, it's been much more aggressive on fourth down. I think we played to field position a little bit. I feel like our offense is ready to break out. I don't want to hold them back from that perspective, that we go in with this mindset of, punt it deep, hold them down there, wait for a turnover. I don't think we're going to play that way. We're going to play to the assets that we have on offense and on defense. So I'm not going to go into the game thinking, this is a low-scoring game, keep the points down, kick field goals. I think we go in there with the expectations, kind of the question that was asked earlier, is that my expectations are we're going to continue to progress offensively and be much more consistent for four quarters.
I guess maybe at this point, just kind of in generalities, but what's your opinion on jersey patch advertisements?
Yeah, I think anything that the university feels is needed relative to revenue streams, I'm 100% behind them. We're all looking for ways to, help our entire athletic programs. It's not just football; it's about everybody across the board, all sports. And LSU has an incredible reputation from an athletic standpoint. And if these opportunities allow us to continue to recruit, invest in, facility-wise, do all the things necessary to be a premier program, I'm going to support them 100%.
Hi, Coach. What's something that we should expect from your offense this Saturday back at home?
I think we need to start faster. We have not started at a level that is a standard of what really good offenses play at. We've been a little bit here, a little bit there, but it's been off and on. We need a much more explosive start, if you will. 3 and out's not that. But let's see how this team goes for 4 quarters. We need first quarter, second quarter, third, and fourth. We've outscored our opponents largely in the second half. We need to be better in the first half.
We've talked quite a bit about sellers and mobile quarterbacks this week. Is there anything that y'all have done schematically differently, maybe to defend those kinds of actions and defend those kinds of offenses?
I think it's really similar to any of the athletic quarterbacks that we've faced, right? Keep them in the pocket and, limit the explosive plays. We gave up explosive plays to them last year. And so we have to eliminate those and Some of that is schematic, some of that's tackling. But the other piece is keep him in the pocket. When he gets outside the pocket, that's where he's deadly. So it's a similar theme, though, if you look at the quarterbacks that we're facing. A lot of that is going to be carried over from week to week.
Bauer Sharp's, I think, third on the team right now in receiving. Do you think that there's more ways for him to get involved in trade as and working the tight ends into the play calling and almost forcing them the ball?
I do. I think they're both weapons. Tradez was slowed a little bit with the knee, but we've got to get him involved, and we will. I'm pretty confident as this season kind of progresses that you're going to see a lot more action for both of those guys moving forward.
Coach, as far as your O-line goes, if Paul Mabinga can't go, is that going to be kind of like a rotation, or do you want one guy to really grab a hold of it?
Well, right now, Cohen Eccles has got most of the reps there when Paul hasn't been in, and we have a lot of confidence in him. But Karius Kern is repping there as well. So we'll kind of see how that goes. If Paul can't go, and he's doubtful at this point, then that would be the two-man rotation. And if we think that Cohen's handling it, we'll see how that goes on Saturday. But we've repped them both, and they're both ready to play.
What have you seen from just the vertical passing game through the bye week and this week of practice? Could that be something that could be something more in effect going into this week?
It has to be. I mean, we were 1 of 7, throwing the ball down the field. We need to throw it, and we need to catch it, and we have to push the ball down the field. That is integral to what I'm saying to everybody here is an offense that is complete. You've got to have the ability to run the ball when the numbers are fair. You've got to get the ball out on the perimeter when the numbers aren't fair. And you also have to push the ball vertically. Those are all the components that we have to have within our offense. And sometimes we have it really good on one end and not on the other. We've got to bring all those components, and one of them is the vertical passing game.
Brian, with the lighter workload, I guess, over the last week and a half or so, is there a noticeable difference in what you guys have seen physically from Garrett?
Well, I think we have to be careful because when you get a bonus day on Monday, you kind of add on and you keep adding on and you go, wow, you got to be really cognizant of the fact that you added, a good hour and 10 minutes to their workload. So I think we've been appropriate in the work that they've gotten, but their legs are fresh. I know they feel good. We had 20 guys run 20 miles an hour or better in practice. That's the highest we've had during the year. Now, again, the off week helps with that. But when we run them out on Tuesday, that's our highest number. So there's indications, right? We can use science. We can use our eyes. We can talk to the guys. They fill out daily questionnaires. We get all that information. We get it all together, and then it helps me put together what the practice should look like in terms of volume. And I think we're striking a pretty good chord this week.